Good evening, friends, and welcome to episode number 100 of Let's Play Alpha Sapphire. Very appropriately for this special number episode is a very special event, the rematch against the Elite Four. It's been a long time coming, a very long time coming in real life, and I'm really excited to put our Pokemon team to the ultimate test. So I did decide to get them all to level 70, which is the same level as the lowest level Pokemon that we're about to face. Um, but that's all the information I know. Otherwise, we're going in spoiler free. I really hope that they have really strong teams and put up a better challenge than they did last time. When we also fought them exactly 20 levels lower, so it's very appropriate. Let's take a super quick look through our team again, just to remind ourselves the moves we have. We of course have Melodic with Surf, Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam, and Recover, uh, and nicknamed Eve. Lily the Roserade with Petal Dance, Sledge Bomb, Shadow Ball, and Dazzling Gleam. Ford the Blaziken with Flare Blitz, High Jump Kick, Earthquake, and Thunder Punch. Slate the Metagross with Meteor Mash, Zen Headbutt, Earthquake, and Rock Polish. Ava the Altaria, holding the Altaria Knight, with Return, Earthquake, Flamethrower, and Roost. And Dan the Exploud with Boomburst, Flamethrower, Surf, and Shadow Ball. And you can see the items obviously as well. Same as we've had for a while. Now, one last thing I want to do before we go inside. We haven't spent any of our PP ups or PP maxes yet. So let's go ahead and use, I want to use a PP max on Boomburst, since that's the signature move. I don't know if there's really anything else I want to use one on. Maybe I'll use one on, like, I can maybe see Recover being useful. But otherwise, all of their sort of main attacks seem to have at least 10 power points or more, so I'm not sure that's going to be much of an issue. I might save these in case I ever use them for, I don't know, competitive battling or something, but I probably never will, but just in case. Also, I did spend all of our, or almost all of our battle points that we gained on rare candies. That way, if, say, we start getting into this and it becomes, like, challenging to the point where we probably won't have a chance against later opponents, I might use some of them to increase our levels, but more likely than not, we're going to go in at level 70 and see how well we do. Our rematch begins. You hear doors closing. No turning back now. And also, I have... I'm going to try to do the same thing I did last time, where I lead with a Pokemon that's neutral against their type. That way, we can sort of save the ones that are our ace in the hole, and the ones that are potentially weak against most of their teams, because both of those Pokemon, the ones that are strong, so for example, if Aaron, our first opponent, or sorry, Sydney, our first opponent, is a Dark type master, we might want to use a fighting type. But he might have a certain Pokemon that's like Dark and Flying, so like Honchkrow, which wouldn't be good against Ford, so I don't want to send out Ford first in case Honchkrow comes out first. Likewise, I wouldn't want to send out somebody like Slate, who is part Psychic type, because there might be a Dark type, maybe, I don't know, Dark and Fairy or something, that Slate would also be good against, so that's why I like to lead with neutral Pokemon as much as possible. I'm also going to start with a different Pokemon I decide throughout each of these battles, that way even if they are super easy, which they may or may not be, at least all of our team will have one last chance to shine. But enough yapping, let's get to it. Yo, I've been waiting for you, champion. With the strength you've gained, we can battle with no holds barred. Not to mention, our boy Steven sent us Elite Four some Keystones. Alright, there we go. In other words, my Pokemon can Mega Evolve too. Haha, this one's going to be fun. So it seems like they have at least some new text. That's exciting. And I'm guessing he's going to have Mega Absol. So I'm going to guess Mega Absol. The second one could be... I'm trying to... who's a ghost type that can Mega Evolve? Mega Gengar, maybe? Third one could be like Mega Glalie, and then probably, obviously, Mega Salamence. So we'll see if I'm right. And a full team of 6. Alright, this is what I was hoping for. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so Intimidate, I always think like, oh, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't affect Eve, but it does affect her because she gets the special attack boost. And I promise I did not know what his first Pokemon is, I only knew the level from a friend telling me. So, I don't see any reason not to use Surf. It'll be our best attack against a fighting and dark type like Scrafty. And thanks to that special attack boost and the critical hit, but I don't think we needed the critical hit there. That is a one-hit knockout. Alright, so what could have been a very challenging battle might be made a lot easier due to that special attack boost. Alright, so we'll see if Shift Tree is faster. But if it's not, our Ice Beam will be super effective. Fake Out is, of course, a priority move. Didn't do much, although if we face like a really powerful grass attack, that might mean the difference between surviving and not. But it looks like we're faster, so Shiftry will never get the chance to attack. Yeah, I think that matchup would have gone a lot differently if it hadn't been for the attack boost at the start. So this one battle in particular might be extra easy. Mandibuzz, there we go. Dark and Flying types. Not a Honchkrow, but close enough. And once again, it looks like Ice Beam will be the way to go. We will use some Lepa Berries and Citrus Berries in between battles. But of course, as always, I will not use any in-battle items. Alright, lots more XP. I appreciate that. And Sharpedo, okay. Well, I do like that we're getting the chance to use all of our attacks, except for cover. But no use for covering off just that little bit of damage. Yeah, yet another attack that probably would not have been a one-shot except for the competitive booth. So this is really Eve's chance to shine. Hopefully not her last chance to shine. But even if it is, she's done extremely well. Okay. This is really interesting. Absol is level 70, not level 72, which means it is no longer his highest level Pokemon. Okay, my first thought was his highest level was going to be Hydreigon. But then I was like, well, then his Absol would still be the Mega Evolution. And would his Mega Evolution not be his highest level? But I'm betting that his highest level is going to be Tyranitar and Mega Evolve into Mega Tyranitar. Because, I mean, what other really cool Dark type that can Mega Evolve would there be? Okay, and Absol is faster. Absol is very fast. Perhaps he should have used Mega Absol. Critical hit. I think it has Super Luck, which increases its critical hit chance, I think. Something like that. And what is this? Oh! Okay. Alright, so I was right the first time. It is going to be an Absol. I was about to say Dark Pulse. Why would you teach an Absol Dark Pulse? Because Absol is a physical attacker. So you think like Night Slash would be his move of choice. But that makes sense. Very clever. Zoroark's ability makes it turn into another Pokemon on your team. In this case, Absol. So that's pretty cool. Now the question is Absol faster? And it's going to Mega Evolve. But I'm guessing it can do more than half my HP in a single hit. And while Zoroark's critical hit was just luck, I think Absol does have an ability that either increases its critical hit chance or its critical hit damage. So let's see what we can do. Alright, here comes the Mega Evolution. Now, it gives it more attack and speed, but I don't think it really increases defenses by that much. And unfortunately, it seems like, or unfortunately for Aaron, it seems like Absol is slower than Eve. So good job, Eve. Nice clean sweep thanks to that boost at the start there. Well, I lose again. Put up a good show though, Sydney. Now, Mega Tyranitar, that would have been cool. That would have surprised me too, being a pseudo-legendary, because I know the next two don't have pseudo-legendaries, because there are no Ghost or Ice pseudo-legendaries, at least in this generation. Heh, I always knew you were the strongest. Well, hurry up and get out of here. Everybody else is still waiting for you. And I'm going to assume I already talked about pseudo-legendaries earlier in the Let's Play. Alright, let's switch out Lily to the front. Since we are facing a Ghost user next, she should be a pretty neutral matchup. Now, Poison is not good against Ghost, and I always think that Grass isn't good against Ghost, but I looked it up to be sure, and I'm glad I did because Grass is actually even against Ghost. The reason I'm sure I think that is because originally the only Ghosts were the Ghastly line, which were also part Poison, which resisted it. Also, the types in Generation 1 were a little weird, so it might have been... they might have resisted it in Generation 1, but not later ones. Citrus, there we go. As you can see, we have plenty of berries, which is a good thing that might come in handy. Alright, 1 down, 3 to go, plus of course the champion. I feel like they... I bet it's not going to be Mega Gengar, it's going to be Mega Banette, because she already had a Banette in the first one, so that would make a lot of sense. I knew there was another Mega Evolution Ghost type I'm forgetting. Also, if you hear a weird growling noise, that's my space heater, which probably isn't great, but if it explodes on me, I might pause the Let's Play, but it's been doing that for a while, so... Anyway. Aha! I've been waiting for you. I'm bringing a little something new to the table this time. Prepare yourself and bring it on. Alright. Can't wait to see what you got, Phoebe. Hopefully no duplicates this time. And alright, so she leads with a Banette. I wonder if she has a second one that's going to be the Mega Evolution, or if I'm wrong and it is Mega Gengar. I can't think of any other Mega Ghost types. Doesn't mean there aren't any, though. Also, we do have Shadow Ball. Okay. That being said, Petal Dance is a 120 base power move. So it will do more damage due to Stab and Miracle Seed. The downside, of course, is we're locked in, so if she has like a Ghost and Flying type like Drifloon or something, then that won't be great. But we'll take that risk. Drifloon, yep, should have known. Alright, so there we go. Now this Petal Dance will probably not be a knockout because Drifloon has a lot of HP and it resists Petal Dance. Acrobatics, so I assume it's not holding an item. And it's a knockout, alright. Oh, Poison Point, that's cool. Okay, now we have ourselves a battle. I like it. Alright, so I'm going to try to find a Pokemon that would be good against Drifblim that would not necessarily be good against her later Pokemon. So that would be somebody with an electric or an ice attack, which is probably going to be Eve. Or a rock attack, but rock attacks tend to miss. And I don't know if we have any, because Ford has... Can I do a... Okay, let's see. Even though we just use Eve, and part of me wants to save her now that she's our highest level. I could bring in Slate, but... I'm tempted to bring in Slate because he could probably resist anything that she or not die to like a Shadow Ball from a Drifblim of all Pokemon, and then might be able to get a speed boost under his belt and do some damage that way. I don't know. Decisions. I could also bring in Ava to Mega Evolve. I'm just thinking Slate is weak to Ghost types. Dan and Ghost types can't use their most powerful moves. Ford could use fire attacks. Ava is pretty neutral. Let's bring in Slate. Because Drifblim's not that powerful. His special defense is okay. It's not great. Let's bring him in. This could be a big mistake here. Debating between him and Eve, but I do think he can probably survive any attack Drifblim wants to do. Hopefully it doesn't start using like double team or something annoying like that. Icy Wind, okay. I will take that because now we're at +1 speed instead of +2. And that did not do much damage at all. And thanks to the poison, I'm pretty sure a Zen Headbutt is going to knock it out. Not 100% sure. Let me just remind myself of the accuracy of Meteor Match. I think it's 90, right? Let's see. It is 90. I don't want to use... And it's only a little more powerful, so... Let's go ahead and use Zen Headbutt. After all, we do have a very high attack. We're only one level lower. Come on now. Yes, good job. Oh no, not Aftermath. Okay, that does, I think, a quarter of our health in damage, but... That's okay. I wonder if the... I don't think the poison would have done that, though. Alright, so Chandler. It's a very powerful fire and ghost type. I've always liked Chandler a lot, though. Actually, no, I did train one. I trained one in my first Pokemon White playthrough. Whatever my first Gen 5 one was. Alright. Now, Chandler is fairly... Actually, it's not that fast. I think it's base speed of 80. And we should be pretty fast due to our +1 speed from the Rock Polish. I don't see any reason Earthquake wouldn't affect it, so... This is why it's good to have coverage moves. Now, will it be a knockout? Chandler is pretty weak defensively. Yes, it is. Alright, good job. So, I was a little scared of these ghost types, but turns out there's nothing to be scared of when it comes to ghosts. And a Miss Magius. Very respectable choice. So far, I really like their teams. They have very strong, respectable Pokemon. But nothing like super overpowered, nothing super underpowered. Alright, everything we have is neutral, so let's go for a Meteor Mash. And I do think, like most ghost types, Miss Magius is pretty low on defense and health. Hey, we got the attack boost, that's cool. But we are going to have to survive a Shadow Ball, and it has a high special attack stat, so this could be... Yeah, that's it. Shame we never got to use that special attack boost, because we were at +1 attack and +1 +1 speed. Alright. So... Alright, I'm pretty sure last Pokemon's going to be another Banette or a Gengar. Is there any Pokemon that wouldn't be good against one of those? Maybe I'll send in... I could send in Dan. I could send in Ava just to get this. Maybe the speed boost would be nice from Mega Evolving. I think her speed does increase when she Mega Evolves. Um, A fast Pokemon might be good to finish it off without taking damage. It also just might not really matter what we do. Alright, let's bring in Dan. Probably being a little overly cautious, but I'd much rather be overly cautious than undercautious. Oh, she actually has 3 left, not 2. Okay. Alright, we do have Shadow Ball. I don't think she's going to switch, though. I can't think of any reason not to use Shadow Ball against a Mismagius. Let's do it. Full Restore, okay, so... I'm glad I did that then. I should have thought of that, and I didn't. Now, this probably won't be a knockout because it doesn't get stab. Yeah, it wasn't. But if I had used Flamethrower, it would be a 3-hit knockout. Now it's only a 2, so that was still the right choice. Very glad. I would have kicked myself if I didn't. Pain Split. Okay, that's going to heal it a little bit. And take some of my health to heal it. Actually, a lot of it, apparently. Ghost types are very effective Pain Split users because they have low HP. Basically, Pain Split adds up both users' current HP and then divides it in half and like averages them out. So because we had more HP, we lost HP and Mismagius gained it. But the reverse could happen too, theoretically. Another full restore. Well, at least she's using up her full restores. And now that Mismagius there has a lower special defense, this won't be a one-hit knockout, but it'll do a lot of damage. Ironically, the more I hurt her, the more damage I guess I would take from a Pain Split, so maybe that's not such a great thing after all. Pain Split again. Yeah, actually probably would have been better if I hadn't got the special defense drop, I think. Alright, but that is the knockout, so... Very well done, Dan. That ended up being harder than I thought, but that wasn't his fault. He did very well. Dusknoir, okay, that makes sense. That was her most powerful last time. Yeah, I wonder if it is a Mega Gengar, even though she didn't even have a Gengar at all before. That would make a lot of sense, because Gengar is better than Mega Banette, in my opinion, and I think in most people's opinions. Definitely cooler. And she already had a Banette, so I don't know why she would have 2. Like, you think they would give her Gengar and Mega Banette if they were going to do that. So I'm leaning towards Gengar now. Well, Dusknoir is a little bit more defensive for a Ghost type, but it is pretty slow. A lot of times it compensates for that by using Shadow Sneak, which is a priority move, but it wouldn't affect a normal type like Dan here, so... Thunder Punch, that might be the knockout. No, not quite. Ah, but we're paralyzed, which means we're now slower. That was bad luck. Pretty sure Thunder Punch only has a 10% chance of paralyzing you. Alright, so... yeah, that's it for Dan, but good job, Dan. Alright, so now we have to face a Dusknoir and a Mega Gengar. Ooh, this could be bad. I don't want to... okay. Let's bring out Ava, because Ava's not going to be good against a Poison type when she Mega Evolves. Yeah, that makes sense. And Gengar obviously would know, like, Sludge Bomb or something, or Sludge Wave. So might as well use her to face Dusknoir. And we are going to use Return. Also, for Mega Evolved, we probably won't be faster than a Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar is pretty fast. And it's very strong. It has an incredibly high special attack stat. The good news is it has a low defense, so if we can get some damage on it, that'll be a good thing. I'm just going to have to really hope it can't, like, one-shot Ava and Ford and then two-shot E before she can finish it. Sableye! I was very much not expecting Sableye. As you guys can tell, I was very much expecting to fight a Gengar. So this will be a lot easier. Now, Sableye does get a Mega Evolution. I didn't consider that. And she did have a Sableye last time too, and it's Generation 3, so it makes total sense. I'm just really surprised, because Sableye's, I mean, it is good in, I think it has like the ability Prankster, which can make it really good in competitive battling, but it's not good in like the traditional gameplay sense, if that makes sense. But what is fortuitous is that it is weak to fairy attacks, being Ghost and Dark type. It's one of those Pokemon that used to have no weaknesses, but then with the addition of Fairy type, it now does. And Fake Out. Alright, that'll do a little bit of damage, but probably won't matter too much in the long run. That's good, because I was actually starting to get a little worried that I might have a chance of losing against a Mega Gengar, but Mega Sableye, not so much. I expected no less of you. What a shame. I lost again, huh? But on the bright side, we fought together, so the bonds between my Pokemon and me got even deeper. I look forward to being able to battle you again sometime. Alright, let's do our healing. And we'll need to use some revives this time. Luckily, I invested in quite a few of those, knowing this might be the case. I could definitely see some of these later battles being very difficult. But we'll see how it goes. I think I bought some Hyper Potions too. I should probably start using them. It'll be just a little bit faster. Save some screen time here. I don't think I need to use any Lepo Berries quite yet. We really haven't used that much. I know it's 1 HP, but you never know when that's going to make a difference against the Pokemon League. Alright, so against Glacier, I think I am going to use Ford. Because we have a few that are good against Ice types, and I wasn't sure who else to really use him against. He seems to have something that's he's either very good against something or very weak to something. So let's use him next. Alright. My hope here is that he's going to be fast enough to defeat them with a fighting move and hopefully not miss. Let me just think. Would I use a different Pokemon if I might use... Maybe I'll use Dan, actually. Yeah, because I'm getting, one, a little scared that they are very formidable foes. So I do want to try my hardest here. And I think I'm going to get a chance to use Ford at some point in these last couple battles, no matter what, by the rate of things. So these aren't easy sweeps like I feared they might be. I've been waiting for a trainer with a burning hot soul. How about a Space Eater? How can you oppose Mega Evolution that can freeze everything? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's going to have Mega Glalie. But what else she has remains to be seen. Maybe Mamoswine? That'd be very cool. No pun intended. Abomasnow, that's a smart lead. That'll make the whole field icy with Hail, which might really help a lot of her later Pokemon, so good thinking. Ironically, this is one where I could have brought out Blaziken and done a ton of damage, but we do have Flamethrowers, and Abomasnow is 4 times weak to Flamethrower, so even though we don't get the same type of attack bonus, I think Flamethrower might be a one-hit knockout here. Yep. And a crit. I wonder if we needed the crit or not. I'd like to know that, but it would have been close, but I think it would still have been a knockout. Beartick, okay. Beartick is a pure ice type, and as we know from previous damage calcs, Flamethrower is very good. That'd be, what, 180 base power, because it's 90 times 2 for the super effective. But Boom Burst is 252 due to Stab and the Silk Scarf, so even though it's evenly effective, it will be more powerful. There we go, a nice hit. Okay, so she brought him out for the Brick Break, which is a fighting attack. But he doesn't get Stab on it, and it's not the highest base power move. So thankfully Dan managed to survive. Now will she use a full restore? Avoided the attack. Oh, Beartick must have, what is it, Snow Veil, where its evasiveness increases in a hailstorm. So that's not great. I almost want to bring in Lily, or I could bring in Ava to finish it off. The trouble is any of my moves could miss, but on the other hand, like all of our Pokemon are Ice types, so Lily and Ava are weak to all of them. Let's bring in Ava. I'm pretty sure Beartick is slow. Let's give it a shot. This could be a really bad idea, but like I said, she's going to be weak to all of Glacier's Pokemon, so... Because I want to get her Mega Evolved while she can. And hopefully she'll be faster even as regular Altaria. Whereas against a faster Ice type, she might not be. And of course speed is determined before you Mega Evolve. Yes, she is faster, okay. Good call. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Bear Tick, but I'm pretty sure it is not super fast. And good job hitting Ava, very good job. Now Frostlass. Frostlass is very fast. Trying to think, is there anyone... Unfortunately, none of my Pokemon resist Ghost, because the only types that resist Ghost are Dan, who's fainted, and Dark types, and we don't have a Dark type. So I'm not sure I want to switch in. Now she's probably using Ice Attack, so I could switch in Eve. And save Ava to maybe use against a slower Pokemon. Decisions. I could also bring in Ford, but Ford's not as bulky as Eve is. Only his Frostlass can learn Thunderbolt, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's leave an Ava. I don't think we can survive like a Blizzard or whatever she wants to do, but okay, now is Return more powerful? I think it is, right? Because let's see. Return is 102, because we have Fairy Aura as well, right? Let me just remind myself here, because yeah, well obviously we do. That's what makes it Fairy, or Pixelate rather, not Fairy Aura. It says normal type moves become Fairy type moves, but I think they also get a 30% attack boost. And our attack is definitely better than our special attack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's just do the math here again. Flamethrower times 2 is 180. Off a slightly lower special attack. Return is base 102. Let's just say 100 for simplicity. Plus 50 for stab. Plus 30%. Yeah, return will do a little more damage. And it will not be normal type, even though I'm attacking a ghost type. It will be fairy type. Just reminding myself of that. Yes, okay, let's do it. And Blizzard, so we might not survive this either way, but we do have pretty good special defense. Come on, Ava. Yes, good job. Don't get frozen, don't get frozen. No! Oh, there was a 10% chance of getting frozen. And she is frozen. Oh, okay. At least the hail stopped. I didn't realize it only lasted for 5 turns. That's nice. Well, unless we defrost right away, this is bad. Oh, that's right. Faster. He could have missed. Oh, that's unfortunate too, because that would have been... We've been kind of unlucky so far, I will say. But at least we're getting rid of all of our bad luck now. Alright, I don't want to bring in Slate because Frostlass probably also knows Ghost type moves. I didn't want to bring in Ford this early, but I might have to. I could bring in Eve, who's... I'm just afraid of the Thunderbolt, and I kind of like saving Eve for a little bit later on because she is so bulky. And I'm pretty sure Frostlass doesn't know anything that's super effective. It can use a Ghost type move, which is evenly effective in stab, but... Alright, Flare Blitz should be a knockout, and hopefully it doesn't have much HP. And we're faster, that's surprising, but good job Ford, because Frostlass is actually pretty fast, I believe. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like it's base 110 or something like that. Either way, good job. We do take some recoil damage. Actually, more than I thought. Walrein. Okay, Walrein is pretty slow. And it is... Flare Blitz will be even against it, because it's water and ice type. And it might have the ability Thick Fat, which would make it take half damage from a fire attack. So it's effectively not very effective. Thunder Punch is super effective, but it's a much weaker move than High Jump Kick, and it doesn't get stab. So even though this is really risky if this misses... Please don't miss! Please don't miss! Nice, okay. Good job, Ford. That should be a knockout. Yes, okay. Good job. Feeling better now. Alright, so this is what I was hoping for. I love battles like this, where I'm like actually a little scared that we could lose, but getting a chance to use like all my Pokemon and they're pulling through. Manilux, okay. Also a respectable choice. The question is, do I use Flare Blitz and take the chance of... or take a bunch of recoil damage, or do I use High Jump Kick and take the chance of missing? Because it's 4-3, I think I don't want to take any chances where I could, you know, lose the lead. Like if I use High Jump Kick and it hits, that's probably the end of it. But if I miss, that could put her back in the game. I don't think Vanillix can learn that many good moves. It can learn ice moves, which aren't very effective. It can move a steel move, which isn't very effective. It might use like a normal type attack. Not really sure, but I don't think I want to take whatever attack it wants to use. Because a High Jump Kick miss would do like half my health in recoil, plus whatever it wants to do would finish me off then. So let's use Flare Blitz. Pretty sure this will be a one-hit knockout. And like I expected, we got to use Ford quite a bit in this battle, even though he wasn't the first one out. So that's pretty cool. I am very happy with how things are going so far. Lots of recoil damage. and Glalie, which will evolve into Mega Glalie. Now the good news is, um, Glalie only has base 80 speed, and Forge should be faster, I would think then. Of course, it is 3 levels higher, so you never know. If I hit it with a Flare Blitz, that will probably knock out Ford, which is okay. Flare Blitz is like kind of the guaranteed win here. But I still have 3 other Pokemon. Lily is... I almost shouldn't count Lily. I'm a little... So the reason I would want to use High Jump Kick is for the experience. Because if Ford and Glalie both faint, I don't get any XP, which could be useful in later battles. But I'm seeing a scenario here where if I miss and knock myself out, Glalie is now Mega Evolved. Mega Glalie is probably faster than Lily would be and would knock her out in a single Blizzard or Ice Beam or whatever. Eve could do some damage with Surf, and I would resist the Ice moves, but with all her full restores, I'm worried she could outlast me. And Slate is kind of my ace in the hole, but I could get frozen, which there's always that chance there. Same with Eve, she could also get frozen. Alright, let's go for it. 90% chance here. This could be a huge mistake, but I really want that experience for later battles. I'm going to risk the battle to win the war, I hope. And here we go. Come on, Ford, I believe in you. Give that Mega Glalie a big kick in its bearded face. Come on, Ford, come on. Yes, I think it's connecting. Yes, okay, good. And a one-hit knockout. Great job, Ford. Okay, whew. Sometimes it pays to take a risk. It really is hot. Yes, Ford is a fire type, so that makes sense. Do you intend to thaw my very heart? That actually wouldn't bother me. Anyway, continue onward. Drake is waiting for you as well. Alright, let's do some healing. Now, I know this has already been a half an hour, but I hope you guys will be okay with this being a little bit of a longer episode, because I do think it'd be kind of cool to keep the whole Elite Four into one episode, and then we'll do the champion in the next one. And I do have a kind of a plan for something we can do afterwards that's a little more relaxing. Let's find some Hyper Potions, which are under H. Or Max Potions, do a lot of those. And I'll save them just in case. Hyper should be good enough. And I don't think I really need to use Lepa Berries, but I might just to be super safe here. I could use some of my type resistance berries if I was being like really try hard, but I don't really feel like doing that. I don't know, why not? And I want to make sure my Ice Beam is... Nope, that already is healed. Dragon Pulse is already gone. How about Recover? I haven't used Recover at all yet. That was okay. Let's do High Jump Kick. And Ava, I'm going to do Return. Okay, that should be good. Alright, now who do I want to use against them? I think I'm probably going to use Slate. Or should I just like always use Dan? Because I feel like we're gonna have a chance to use Slate no matter what at some point. We did use Lily a little bit, didn't we? Did we? Can't remember now. Yeah, we did. In the Ghost type, she started things. Okay, decisions. I was going to start with Slate because I figured he'd be fairly neutral. He will resist some Dragon types. But if he starts with like a Flygon or something, which is Ground and Dragon, then that might not be a great thing to do. I'm going to start with Dan again. Mr. True Neutral. That's kind of what I always envisioned him being, you know, the lead for my team. And then we'll kind of just go from there. But I will make sure we get some screen time for Slate. And I think everybody else has had some screen time already, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's good. But yeah, Slate's, I mean, besides... well, stat-wise, he's our most powerful, so I'm sure we'll use him at some point. Alright. Let's do it. Always like fighting a Dragon Master. Oh, I've been waiting for you. My Pokemon and I are going to show you everything we've got. Well then, you had better get ready to try and stop me. Will do. And I'm sure he has Mega Salamence, which actually is going to be quite the foe. Mega Salamence is incredibly powerful, being a pseudo-legendary with 100 more base stats. Alright, leading with Altaria, another dragon and flying type. There was a chance he might have Mega Altaria, but now that he leads with it, I don't think so. But I was expecting that regardless. Okay. Altaria doesn't have anything that would make it like soundproof, right? I don't think it does. So Boom Burst it is. Yeah, it's always good to see the animation regardless. That means it's going to land an attack. Alright, not quite a knockout. That's very fair. As powerful of a move as Boom Burst is, Exploud is a formidable Pokemon, but not the highest stats in the world. Fairly bulky though, and Altaria's special attack stat is also not the most impressive, so. Alright. 5-4. We took a little bit of damage there, but nothing too worrisome. Oh, we missed it by just a little bit. Hey, there's a Flygon. Not surprised at all. I wonder if it's going to use like an Aura Sphere. Does Flygon learn Aura Sphere or Focus Blast? I can't remember. I'm just thinking, why would he have brought it in against Dan? Also, why is the fourth Pokeball not lit up? Shouldn't it be the first one or the last one, maybe, if they're reversed? I don't understand why his first Pokemon is the fourth one on the list, but anyway. Oh, Flygon might actually have soundproof. I forget, am I allowed to look things up? I don't know if I'm allowed to do that in this Let's Play. I could bring in... I could save Dan for later and bring in Melodic. Is that the reason he brought in Flygon? I don't think the AI is that smart, because the other, in like the Battle Mason, didn't they, I seem to recall them like not switching, or trying to use Pokemon against mine that had soundproof, or trying to use a move against Dan even though he was soundproofed. So, why do I think Flygon, no, Flygon has Levitate. It doesn't have soundproof, or at least it can have Levitate. It usually has Levitate. So, I think I'm just overthinking this. Boom Burst. Okay, Flygon is faster. Hey, there we go. Speaking of soundproof, that was kind of cool. Wouldn't have been a huge deal, but that's really awesome. So, not only does Flygon not have soundproof, we do. I'm gonna, because it's probably gonna use a full restore, so I'm gonna use Boom Burst again. Let's get rid of these full restores. Also, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure Surf would have finished it off, but just to be super sure. We have plenty of power points for Boom Burst. Gonna keep using it. You never know if he might like switch or U-turn. Oh, so he knows Boom Burst. That's what I was thinking of. I knew there was something in the back of my head that was like, I'm not just making that up. I promise that really was that little tickle in the back of my brain. That's like, what is it with Flygon and sound? Flygon is one of the very few Pokemon that can learn Boom Burst. That's what it was. But good job. So Dan, this is like, good job, Dan. You're really shining, buddy. I love that like Ford did really great in the last battle. We've had a lot of Pokemon really show off their strengths here. All right, Trigecal is a Poison and Dragon type from Gen 6. Once again, no reason I can think of not to keep Boom Bursting. And the beat goes on. Again, probably not a knockout, but a nice solid attack. Sludge Wave's going to be close. I think we can survive. Yes, good job, Dan. Wasn't sure how strong Trigecal is, and we're actually faster, which is kind of surprising. Trigecal must not have a very high base speed. A lot of the newer Pokemon I'm only like Beartic and Trigecal I'm only like somewhat familiar with. Like I know a bit about them and what they can do, but I don't know like exactly their speeds or anything. Okay, Haxorus. Now Haxorus is a foe. If this thing Dragon Dances, like that could be game over. Probably wouldn't be because I could Mega Evolve Altaria and I have, but I don't know. Very worrisome, just like that cool trainer we faced. And Haxorus is fairly fast, I think. Something I would have known a year and a half ago, but. Earthquake. Okay, he's gonna go. He is fast, but he's not gonna go for a Dragon Dance. He's gonna just finish off Dan, which is, you know, Dan put up more than his fair share of the fights. Good job, Dan. Come in and have a rest. So we know it knows Earthquake, so I really don't want to bring in Slate. Is there any reason not to bring in Ava and just finish this thing off before it becomes a major threat? Plus, then I can Mega Evolve before his Salamence gets a chance to Mega Evolve, and if he brings it in next, this could be a big mistake. But even if he does bring in Mega Salamence, as long as it doesn't like Dragon Dance, I think Eve's Ice Beam would do a lot of damage to it. I don't think, even if it used, I'm a little worried about, so Mega Salamence, if you'll just hear me out a second, has the ability Aerialate, which is kind of like Pixelate, but for flying attacks. It could make like a double edge into a flying type move and get the 30% boost. And for Mega Salamence's Sky High attack stat, that could do a lot of damage. That could knock out even one hit, even though most things would not. On the other hand, Salamence does have or could have Intimidate. So if I bring in Eve and defeat Haxorus, the trouble is Eve is just not that fast. So I think between Haxorus and Salamence, Eve wouldn't get another chance to attack. I don't know if Slate could take an Earthquake from Haxorus. Probably not, even though it doesn't get stabbed. Haxorus has an immense attack stat. I could bring in Lily. Maybe that's a good bet. Petal Dance won't do a lot, but Sludge Bomb will. And obviously Lily won't do good against Salamence. But if I I'm gonna go with my gut reaction, which is to send in Ava. Dragon versus Dragon. It'd be really cool to have my Mega Evolution defeat his. My Dragon type Mega Evolution defeat his, but we still might get that chance. I'm pushing buttons very carefully here because a misclick could really decide one of these games. If you guys watch my Hardcore Let's Play, which I definitely recommend, that was probably just as fun as this one. Maybe even a little more fun, if I can say it. We'll see how this one ends. But I had some really challenging, really fun battles against Lance, both in his initial battle and his rematch. So this reminds me a little bit of that. So far, a little easier, though. Knock on wood. Kingdra, okay. Again, another very respectable choice. No Dragonite, but I mean, he already has two flying and Dragon types, so I understand that. Now we should be faster. And this is stab super effective, gets the Pixelate burst. Yeah, should be a one-hit knockout. So, alright. I think my strategy might have paid off. Poor Slate, we haven't got a chance to use him yet, but we'll find something for him. Alright, here he is. Now, ooh, didn't think of that. Okay. Right, we did take the Intimidate on Ava. So that's not great. That actually might matter. But even though it's at -1, we should, I think, I don't know, base Salamence is also very fast. We'll see. Yes, it is, but it used Zen Headbutt, okay. So it must not know any really strong normal or flying attacks? I'm not sure. We'll see what it wants to do this time. I could use Roost. Is there any reason to use Roost? If it used another Zen Headbutt, there might be. But, well, Return will finish it off. Let's just use Return. Zen Headbutt. Oh, interesting. So he must not have taught a Double Edge, which is kind of disappointing. But maybe they didn't want to make... he's going for the flinch. He got the flinch. Can I survive a third one? We're about to find out. Because Mega Salamence is already super powerful, they might not have wanted to make it. Oh no, another flinch! We are getting just horrible luck. The chances of each flinch is 30%, no, 20% with Zen Headbutt. I can't remember if it's 20 or 30. I think it's only 20 with Zen Headbutt. Let's say it's 30. Even if it's 30, the chance of getting Zen Headbutted, well, I guess we got hit thrice, but still, 2 out of 3 times is still a low chance. So that's going to be the end of Ava. Zen Headbutt is going to be super effective against Roserade as well, so there's no reason to bring her in. Alright, let's bring in Slate, speaking of. Now, I'm almost positive we're going to be slower than a Mega Salamence, so I think we should go ahead and use Rock Polish. Yeah, let's do it. Crunch, okay, it does no crunch. But I think with our really high defense we can survive because it didn't get stabbed. Yes, actually it did. That did a lot less than I thought it was going to. But just to finish my thought from before, I think because Mega Salamence is already a base 700 stat Pokemon, they probably didn't want to give him like Double Edge as well and make him insanely powerful, because that could easily sweep most players' teams. Alright, now's your chance, buddy. I need you to make this hit. Slate, Meteor Mash. Yes. He did the mash, he did the Meteor Mash, and this should be a knockout. Not a knockout. Wow. Alright, good thing we didn't get the defense drop on that first crunch. Oh, damage variation. Wow, I am shocked. Mega Salamence must have a really high defense stat. Alright. Well, Lily's not going to be faster, and I don't think she can take a Zen Headbutt because her defense is pretty low. Ford also might be... So he can win this, and he's going to use a full restore. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in Eve, and while he uses a full restore, because Salamence would resist both of forward stab attacks, our Sludge Bomb would be evenly effective, but that wouldn't do a ton of damage because Salamence is so powerful. But, I mean, without stab, it might survive at times for weak Ice Beam. But it's still our best chance. Now, if he then headbutts me and flinches Eve to death, like if Eve goes down, I think we've lost. Because then headbutt is super effective against Blaziken and Roserade, and Mega Salamence I'm pretty sure is faster. So, alright, so it would be really, really awesome if this Ice Beam is a one-hit knockout. Even if it's not, we have a chance, but then it's only a chance. Alright, one-hit knockout. Good job, Eve. Okay. This is what I was hoping for. These are really fun, challenging battles. Spectacular. Alright, there we go. I got a glimpse inside your heart. There's nothing for me to say to you. Go forth, trainer. Go on to your next challenge with your head held high. Alright. Part of me wants to, we're going to end the episode here. Part of me wants to kind of like redo it off screen, but I probably wouldn't have the same level distribution and all. Just so I don't have to buy those rare candies and can save my battle points in case I need them for something else. But yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm going to just keep going onward. So yeah, I'm going to end the episode here, and when we come back, we will have our Pokemon all healed up. I'll do that off screen. And then it will be time to face our hardest challenge yet, Steven Stone, the champion of Sinnoh. Thank you guys for watching. See you in a bit.